Hello, hello, and happy Tuesday. It is freezing around here. I just got back from the gym. I made a second cup of coffee. I've got my queen mug today. I don't know about you, but I am a mug lover. I have more mugs than I can count and that I can fit in my cabinets. I actually have those mug containers that have tons of mugs in them. Also because I have run content creation workshops and I've purchased mugs that have certain sayings on them, smiley faces, etc. So that's another reason why I have so many, but I do love a good mug. Anyway, I was at the gym today and I was thinking into things that feel like luxury. And when it comes to the gym, I was remembering back to when I was practicing dentistry. And right before quarantine, I trained for 3 months for an NPC bodybuilding competition. It was always on my bucket list. So I hired a trainer. And then I realized very quickly that I needed a chef to prep my food because my schedule was so busy. And then I also found out I needed a walking coach, like to teach you how to like walk, and a posing coach rather. And what else did I need? I feel like I needed so many things. Someone to make the bikinis. I mean, there were so many more things. It was so involved, but it was something that I wanted to do. I always wanted abs, so I was like, let's go. I used to actually run on the beach of Fort Lauderdale because I have forever given myself the gift of time while I've been an entrepreneur and a business owner, especially while I was in brick and mortar. Now I don't feel like I need that, but when I was in brick and mortar, I would always want to get away from my life. Yeah, because it was so crazy and busy and chaotic that my nervous system was fried all the time. I didn't know it then in the hustle culture, but I can see it now reflecting back. But back then, I had to get on a tarmac and I literally had to get on a plane and go somewhere else for me to like drop out of my head and like into my heart and feel into what my vision was, what I desired in life, like reconnect to me. So I used to always run on the beach in Fort Lauderdale, and I used to run by all of, the women in their athletic tops with their abs. And I was like, one day I'm going to have those abs. And so I committed at some point, like I said before, what was that, 2019, I believe. And what's so crazy, and I just have to insert this since I get to talk here because it's a YouTube video and I get to go longer than like on Instagram, which is so much fun, is fast forward when it came to scheduling for the bodybuilding, the competition. I told my trainer, like anywhere, I don't care where in the United States it is. I just want to be done. Like I want this competition done before Christmas because I want to eat like regular food. Because I had gone to Disney World during Thanksgiving with my kids and they would not let me bring, my chef had made me food. I had packed and brought, and I couldn't bring it into the Disney facilities. And you know the kind of food they have at Disney. It was just, thank goodness, like we were on the monorail so like I could go back and eat, but it was so chaotic. It was so structured on top of all the structure. But anyway, the fun part of this story is when I asked her to find me a location, she's like, oh, there's one December 18th on my number. The 18 and 8 is my number if you don't know. So many wild things have happened. Crazy, serendipitous wild things have happened on those numbers. But there, she said it's in Florida. And I was like, okay, perfect. Let's go. Figured it was Orlando. Figured it was just like a big convention center there. She's like, it's in Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale, where I had literally been watching all these women with the abs. I had manifested now being back in the same location that I was now able to run on the beach with my abs, do the show, which was amazing. Like I said, checked that box, and that's all incredible. But what I really wanted to come here and say today is that the luxury of being able to work out when you want, because I had back then a live-in nanny. I had 3 brick and mortar businesses, 3 kiddos, my amazing husband, and I had to go to the gym at 4 a.m. to get it in, race to my practice for huddle, which I was at the practice at like 6:45, 7 a.m. We'd huddle by 7:30, first patient at 8 o'clock. And then after the day was over, I would race to the gym again, because when you're training that hard, you have to train, like I said, and typically go twice and dial it in, and it's nonstop. And I asked for that, granted, but I asked for that on top of everything else. And it's crazy, not crazy, but like it shows you like what we can do when we put our minds to things. And I've always been one to put my mind to what it is I desire and get it done. So that's all amazing. But what I realized today, now that I'm on the other side of, being in the practice and being constrained to a one-on-one, which I loved that chapter. I loved that chapter while I was in it. I actually loved the hustling because I didn't know anything else. And you only know what you know. But I feel like having plugged into rooms, entrepreneurial events and rooms, and seeing what people could do. Actually, I'm sporting my Kajabi Hero sweatshirt, which is the software I use that I made. I got this actually when I made $1 million in the online space. They sent me this sweatshirt. Like I got to pick a bunch of things. They sent me a big box a long time ago. Super fun. But anyway, the luxury of being able to be in the online space right now, which is, like I said, what I did, how like I quantum leaped from my brick and mortar businesses into the online space, took knowledge online. It's been the most glorious pinch me on my dreaming life ever, 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 ever. But like, I just came back from the gym. I'm having like my second cup of coffee and I'm feeling into my day. I have client calls later because I wanted them. Of course, they have to do with their schedule as well, but I also wanted to kind of like stack them in the afternoons so that I can enjoy my mornings like leisurely. I can be at the gym and not have to race back. I can go to the gym when I want. If I'm tired, not go. But here's the thing, is just creating your own life, creating your own schedule, and freedom online is the most brilliant thing in the world. And so many of you out there feel like you are the identity of your degrees. And so you don't know anything else other than the fact, you don't even know this, but you put yourself in a box because there's so much outside of the lines and you get to try it. You get to tap it on. I'm not saying just jump and leap, although I am one that leaps and the net will always appear because I also understand quantum physics and I understand how the universe works. I am very connected and tapped into that. More so than ever now that I've had the time to really like hone in on all of it. And this is the thing, when you give yourself the gift of time, you get to really reconnect to who you are, your purpose, your desires, your creativity. You get out of your head, you get out of that left brain logic and you tap into your right brain where all of the goodness lives, all of the gifts that have been given to you, like you have codes within you. In your DNA, like you were given codes, like this is planet Earth school and you came here to transmute things that were not working from past lives and times. Yes, I believe in that. And you're setting yourself up like the future generations, if you have children, etc., like while you're here. And the world's your oyster, especially at this time right now. The world is your oyster. You can do, be, and have anything. I have lived so many chapters in my life already, like so much goodness, okay? Like so much goodness. Started dental hygiene after undergrad, 4 years. Went to dental hygiene school for 2. Practiced as a dental hygienist. Decided I wanted to go to dental school. Went to Tufts for 4 years. And borrowed a boatload of money to go to school as well. Okay, so think about it, right? You've got undergrad, then you got dental hygiene was a private 2-year program because I already had my bachelor's hygiene, dental school, and then residency. And then after that, I continued to plug in. After that, I actually signed up for, gosh, it was so crazy, such a crazy investment. And at that time, I don't even know how I did it, but you don't need to know how you do it. you'll wonder how you did it, like after you did it. So I went through Las Vegas Institute to learn cosmetic dentistry because I knew I wanted that in my pocket, like right away. I knew what I wanted and I went after it. And I continued to invest and invest and invest in myself, in my continuing education, not just continuing education, my personal growth and development, which is definitely why I am here. This is like the one thing that you need to give yourself is you. You. Expansion. We're here to expand our consciousness like over a lifetime, like where the sky isn't the limit, like we're rocket ships. Like, and this is why you find somebody that's gone before you, and then you get to be a chapter ahead of someone else and like help them. This is how we create ripples in the universe, like with our unique innate wisdom that we've been learning here as we go. You just have to trust in the freedom. So after, like I said, my 3 brick and mortar businesses, I started creating products in the online space because I saw it wasn't Kajabi, it was actually ClickFunnels. I went to a big conference for that where people were crossing the stage for $1 million, 10 million, 100 million. And I was just like, what? What? Okay. If they're doing it, I can do it too. Hands down. Like I'm one of those people. I'm like, there you go. And what do you know? I did do that. But it's just so wild because when I crossed that line, like I said, and I just made that decision and I jumped into the online space because I knew I could, so I did, which all of you can too. It's just like the world opened up. And not only did I start speaking, I have 2 podcasts, I just wrote 2 books, like mentoring, running masterminds, running retreats, like I've been there and done it all and continue to do it because I just allow myself to be guided by my heart and my soul. I don't allow myself to stay stuck in my mind because I understand it's a matrix and it's just here, which is amazing, but to keep us playing small and safe, like safe. I'm not here to play small and safe. I don't know about you. I am definitely not. I am here to run with the women that are like, F yes, let's freaking go. Let's devour the juicy buffet that the universe has for us. Women that are just passionate. Women who know they're here for more. And yes, it can be scary, but they know, you're here to be expanded. So you invest in yourself and you say yes. When you invest in yourself, the universe is like, okay, yes. Here you go, here you go, here you go. It's when you pinch yourself off and you stay in your mind and you say, I don't have time and I don't have money and you shrink versus expand. The universe doesn't know the difference. It just gives you back more of that. Everything in life is a mirror. We could go into all of the laws of the universe, but it just gets to be so amazing. And what I wanted you to just get from this video, if you made it this far, is that, it's like you've got to take care of yourself. And so often you put everyone before you and then you're exhausted. And so you don't take care of you. You don't go to the gym and all that just because, like I said, you're tired. And you don't have to be tired because you get to design and create your life. And you get to work for yourself when you want. You get to make whatever number you want. You get to work from anywhere, which is so fun. This lifestyle as well in the online space, like the fact that I can take a client call, which I'm traveling the entire month of November, I'll just take my laptop and I'll go back to my hotel room and I'll do my client calls like where I need to plug into those. But together we all rise, and I always say take the seat in the rocket ship, which is why, like I said, I created Launch Lab. I just love it so incredibly much. And if you desire to create a digital product online, again, it's infinite what you can do. I'm an idea generator, so like this is why I created this program, so I can help people like design and build and take their dreams from up here in the clouds and actually bring them into creation so that they can convert to impact and money and all the things that you desire. It gets to be so good, you guys. Like, ugh. So anyway, just off the treadmill and the gym and all the things, I thought I would pop in here and knock this video out. I'm going to be coming in here and doing more of these longer form videos through the end of the year since I'm here every day. Thank you for being here and watching. If you've watched this entire thing, please like and subscribe. There's a lot more coming. When 365 is over, obviously I'm not going to drop off. I'm going to continue this amazing ride. I appreciate you. Have an amazing day.